Hey guys, Jared with Chiliad Mystery Guru, and today we're going to get to the Path of Clues, part 2B. Originally, the path back there, we started at that red arrow and the sand glyph that had a squiggly line on it, so we went to this path here with the squiggly line on it, which led to a sign that says Chiliad Viewpoint. So we went to the Chiliad Viewpoint, which followed the same path. And at Chiliad Viewpoint, we viewed the telescopes that are there for us, which we viewed the hippie camp. So we followed the path that the red arrow pointed to down, and it led us to the hippie camp. We observed a few things as we walked down the path on the back of the hippie camp, and as we came around the corner here, we were treated to the last cliff and a fork in the road here where we can go left or go right. And if we go left, what actually happens is we end up back. Oh geez, that was unexpected. We end up back around all the way at the viewpoint and back at this fork in the road. So I think we should go right. So we go right and we find another silo with an arrow on top with some alien graffiti on it, and we end up with another arrow. This arrow we followed on down to the viaduct here, and you should probably check out the rest of the videos to really get a sense of all the detail that takes place and we observe along the way. But we went to this here viaduct, and within this viaduct we followed underneath to a bunch of arrows that way. And on this one we're going to jump on a train and take this train all the way down, because a few viewers have mentioned that maybe the arrow is actually pointing to the train tracks and we should jump on the train. So we're going to go ahead and follow that down. It seems like a very plausible idea. And we found a few things when we did this previously that we were able to make a video. So we're going to go ahead and show you what we found. And we're going to keep those silos with the aliens doing yoga, and we're going to keep yoga in mind along here, because there's some things that take place down the way that may be clues where we may have to go, because they share the same type of graffiti, and that's what we're going off of. And the graffiti we're talking about is like the actual aliens doing yoga that's found around the alien camp and on the red silos that the hippies put down there. As we look around, we can see that we're passing the hotel from part 2A, where the red arrows ended up leading us to, and into a motel room. There's a little bit more detail on that, so you might want to check out those before getting onto here, because there's one little thing at the end here that we're going to show what's going on. So the train itself, we're taking it down to find these other silos that have more graffiti on it. But it all starts with the red arrows in the back there. So we're going to go ahead and just do a small fast forward here, because we got a little bit of ways to go here. We're here. We started here, and we're heading to these two little dots right here. And we're going to go ahead and fast forward and get there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and jump off here. This is our stop, getting off. Alright, look at that. I wish we could all jump off trains so smoothly and stick the landing as well as Franklin. Pretty sure most of us would end up falling on our faces, a few cuts and bruises. Franklin sticks it like an Olympic vault gymnast there. It's a beast. Okay, so a few things we're noticing as we come up. This is the graffiti we were talking about that shares with the silos that have the red arrows on them. There's no red arrows in this vicinity that we have found, but the red arrow led to a path that pointed to the Chiliad Viewpoint. The viewpoint led us to the hippie camp. The path to the hippie camp led to a fork in the road that went right, that led to another red arrow that pointed at the train tracks. We waited for the train. And one thing to note before we go up there is you can notice that little hippie van down there. Anytime that van is in the vicinity, there are hippies doing yoga on top of these two towers, which makes it a little bit more suspicious and gives it a little bit more credence. And if this is an actual clue, or if this is where the arrow's pointing to, if they want us to see this, maybe it tells us that we're on the right path and we just keep going down the train tracks. I'm really not sure there. But we can tell that there's two silos, so we'll go check out the other one and see if there's any other clues around. But we haven't really found much from here. There's one little coincidence that I'll show you in a little bit, but for the most part, all you get is, you know, typical water reclamation signs, and I don't know what the red sign is. You get like normal construction signs. You got the water valve. Nothing too mystery related. What throws it off is where these are located and why this graffiti is here. The game seems to be pretty organized with regions, and how the hippies have their own little area, the ultras have their area, and, you know, the prison, the FBI, the IA, they all have their own sections. And the hippie stuff seems to be kind of like spread out in almost a path-like essence. So it's just weird to find this hippie tower covered in, or these water towers covered in hippie stuff. And then we have hippies that meet up here and do yoga. Like, why here? What's so special about these two little silos compared to the rest of them? You know, and it seems like they show up at dusk and they're praising the sun, if that's the yoga move that they're doing. We found a small little Easter egg here. Well, not really Easter eggs, it's a coincidence with our past videos. And again, you should go back and check it out to fully understand what I'm going to show you right here. But the liquor store arrow that is in the path of Clews Part 2A, it lines right up, and actually, like right there, that arrow is pointing right at us right now. It's dead on. The motel that we end in is actually just about right here too. It's just past these buildings. It's foggy weather, so we can't see it too much. But it's right there, and that's where the right arrow ends. It points down, and we end up in the room. Probably just a coincidence in general that it points at us in this direction. But the big mystery is, you know, what are these silos for? Why are these hippies here? Why is the graffiti shared with the small silos that have red arrows on top of them that seem to either point at red arrows that lead to one another or to the train tracks? We followed the train tracks today, and we explored here. There's not much else to really explore around these parts, so we're gonna go ahead and just end it here. So if you guys have suggestions on what to do, feel free to comment below. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new, and drop us some comments, and we'll see you guys again later.